I am Sarai Craven and I'm in professional communications. I'm from Herbert, Texas. I would love to graduate high school with a diploma, go to a good college, and get my degrees and become a nurse. I would like to be happily married with 2 kids and have a career as a nurse in the next 10 years. I think my communication strengths will be listening, understanding, and being empathetic. My communication skills have helped me with my body language, gestures, energy, eye movement, or contact to help me understand people in a good way. Today we're going to be talking about culture, nonverbal communication, and mass communication. First, I would like to say that collectivism culture talks about the importance of the community, while individualism culture is focused on the rights and concerns of each person. My culture regards of the fact that we are more of an individualism culture. It differs so much depending on the race, class, or beliefs. My culture changes the way I see the world because I have lived different experiences that have various beliefs, communication styles, and behavior, but they wouldn't be the same as yours. I communicate differently with others that contribute to different cultures because of the indirect communication that we have today. Then I think about how hard it must be to communicate with people who isn't in the same culture as me. I present myself to others the exact same way because you never know how this can lead to misunderstandings, which causes someone to perceive you differently. The communication skills and influence that I have on culture help me achieve my goals because it's very important to help build skills that have mutual understanding of everything and create a positive narrative for others. This leads us to talking about nonverbal communication and how the roles play in my culture. Using nonverbal communication, I maintain eye contact with the communicator even if they're speaking or listening. By doing this, I'm sending a message that they are worth listening to. In a multicultural context, when people don't share cultural backgrounds, nonverbal communication takes on a terrifying role in life. It makes more of a difference in appearing authentic and being misunderstood. It can also bring people together or apart. Nonverbal communication is important for my cultural influences because it has a meaning and information to others, just like me interpreting others during a conversation. The skills define my success by giving off the right nonverbal cues to others as we speak. As we are explaining, nonverbal communication is the exact opposite of how mass communication takes action into my culture. Influences of my culture with mass communication determines which issues are important to cover from a perspective. However, the basics of mass communication remain the same to provide audiences with information they need and want to know for both informative and entertaining purposes. Here is a good advantage of the media, which include the fact that it allows information to be quickly spreaded and that it allows people to learn about cultures other than their own. Disadvantages of the media include that it can result in spread of misinformation and the development of bad values. Mass communication has brought many people to my culture through movie theaters, sporting events, listening to the radio, and even reading many of the same magazines. These things brought the people together and tightened the culture and community as a whole. It influenced the way people think about such important things like social issues as race, gender, and class as strengths to my cultural background. As we've explored and talked about culture, nonverbal communication, and mass communication, we've learned how it influences or makes an impact on everyday lives. My communication practices have a massive connection to the fact that I've learned so much about my communication skills. Communication will also help me throughout my career and my experiences that I've had in previous lessons. Skillful communication is enabled in my culture also because you can meet professional and personal goals in life. It is the mutual understanding and change. Without communication, you can accomplish only what you can do alone, which is inevitably only a fraction of the joint efforts in others. With that being said, culture is one of the most important aspects of communication. Culture can be defined as the norms, values, beliefs, behavior, attitudes, and language that people use in different ways of communicating.